Hey, what's up, everybody? Frederic Poag here. So, recently, I think Pam Bondi and then now old Petey Heggers, our Secretary of Drunkenness by Defense, well, they want federal employees to start reporting anti-Christian bias. And you know what? I think that's a great idea. Because there's a lot of anti-Christian stuff out there. And I think it needs to be put a stop to, especially in the government. Because the thing about it is, being a Christian or a follower of Jesus Christ, well, Jesus had a lot of good things to say. And even being an atheist now, who was raised a Christian, well, I like some of the things he said. Like, thou shalt not bear false witness. We should report that. Like sending somebody to an El Salvadorian prison when they committed no crime. I think there was like over 200 of them. No crimes to speak of at all. I don't know. Sounds like bearing false witness to me. Or, how about what you do for the least of me, you also do for me? That Jesus fella said something about that. Like removing government programs that help the least of us, especially organizations like USAID that help the least of us worldwide. Well, sounds like anti-Christian bias to me. Or how about, Jesus giving folks loaves and fishes, right? A lot of people think it's like, teach a man to fish. Like you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, he eats for life. That's actually not in the Bible. But Jesus did turn a bunch of loaves and fishes in for people to eat, which, he didn't want people going hungry. That's also a problem in America. In a land of plenty, we have people starving. We have people that are not food secure. That's a little crazy, isn't it? We actually don't give out free school lunches to children that are supposed to be learning, that really are there, let's be honest, getting indoctrinated against their will. I mean, the least we could do is feed them a nutritious breakfast. Or some kind of, for some, a breakfast and a lunch. Japan does that. Wonder why we can't do that. I wonder if Japan is more Christ-like than us. Like if we just look at what Jesus taught, the guy that went into the temple and threw out the money changers. Kind of like seems that was like a political act, wasn't it? Kicking out the money changers that had used religion and corrupted it for their own gain, monetarily gain. Seems like there's a parallel there, especially in our government. So, you know what, Trump administration? I think that's a great idea. And going back to this whole Jesus thing, wasn't there something in Matthew about don't cast aspersions? Something like this. Don't worry about the splinter in your, someone else's eye when there's a log in yours. Yeah, that's another saying from Jesus. Maybe y'all ought to clean your own house. Maybe you ought to look at how you're not being Christian. Because you certainly ain't living by what Jesus preached. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Keep the faith, defend democracy, and I'll see you later.